Now we're actually in the software itself. Here it says the user list, so we've already got the first one created from when we set up the software. Then you can go in and either add another admin or add some staff members so you can play around with them when you're booking jobs as well. The next part we'll go is up in the top right here. It says click to start your job setup. So this will take us through and take you through how to create a client, how to create a project, how to create a job. So we'll click into that now. So the first one is how to add a client. Two ways to add a client. You can just add them manually, singularly if you want, or we can upload a CSV from something like zero. But you download the sample CSV, it'll show you how to input the details of the clients, and then we can just drop them all in there and it'll do it all at once. So we'll just do a single one by itself. Active, so this is active and inactive here, so if you want to turn that client off if they're not around anymore, you can make them inactive and then they won't show up on your list anymore. Representatives, so these are the people that will show up from the company who are doing the job for you. And then we'll just go save and next. The next part is how to add a project. So a project is another sort of filter that you can use for clients when you're searching for jobs. So if you're always going back to the same project over and over throughout a year or two or months, then you can create the project, and then when you're booking for that client as well, so when you're booking that client in for that project, you select that project, so then you can go back and search via that project, and it will tell you all the jobs that you've done in there as well. So you can go through them, put the project name in, select the client it's for, select the start and end dates for it, and write a description about that project, then just hit save and exit. But we can go skip for now and go to the next one. And then we got the next one is your equipment types. So equipment types is say if you're a contracting company and you have multiple types of excavators. So here we can put a sub group called excavators, and then we can put in all the different types of excavators under this list. So this pretty much means when we are creating our consumables list, you can assign certain consumables to just the excavators, so then your rollers and anything else that's not in the excavator will not see those consumables and clog up all their lists. So everything's only seeing what's relevant to that type of equipment. And then we can just go save and next. So this here now is where we can add our actual equipment itself. So we can put in here a cat digger, we'll say cat 308, we'll call it C308. This code here is for when you're viewing it on the calendar, you'll see later that it'll come up with that it's the C308 that's booked on for that job, up next to the job name. We've got our custom fields here, so we in our page settings we can edit these fields here or turn them off, but you can also just put in like any model numbers, heights and weights, and any other information you want to get on about them. So here we've already created the excavators list, so that's the type, we'll put it in there. You can add a photo, put in your notes about it as well, and also you can make it offline if you don't want it on your list anymore. If you're doing any sort of repairs, you can turn it off and then turn it back on later as well. Then we'll go save and next. Our next one is the consumables. So it's just like the equipment, you can turn these into groups as well. So at the start, we'll give you 5 options here. Once we get into it, you can actually add more if you need. So instead of group 1, we could have, if you're a plumber, you could have pipe, and then you can list all the different kinds of pipe you have. So when you're doing your quotes, or the guys are doing their daily logs, they can just click on pipe, and then it'll pop up with all the different types of pipe they have, so then they can go through that list and see what it all is, or we can just skip it for now. So then we come to the actual consumables themselves. So here's where we can either download a CSV file and upload them all at once, and inside the sample CSV it'll tell you where to put all the fields and what each one does, but you can just add a single one by itself for now. Title is what the consumer is, so we can just say cat 308 hourly rate, unit is per hour, cost price, we can say it's $120, charging it at $180. Then we can select the equipment type it's going to go into, so it'll be all excavators can see that, and then we'll go save and next.